Welcome to Freely Speaking Podcast with your host, Carletha Wells, where everything is spoken of from my heart to yours. But as far as me going through, it looked peaceful. It looked like, okay, she's fabricating a story. It's not adding up to what she's saying it is. I never forget when I was staying with my uncle. Danny and I never forget when we got evicted from an apartment. And they had, I'll tell you this. You get my book. That's more in the book. And I was paying my uncle rent, but he wouldn't tell his wife that he was paying me rent. He came and told me, "I'm not gonna tell her that you giving me this money for rent because she don't pay no bills here." And they had their own little marital things that they were going through, and but with her, it made, even though I was, there was jealousy and all of that, it made it look like I wasn't paying my rent to stay there, and I was giving it to my uncle, which is my blood uncle. She's the married into the family, right? This is my blood uncle. So it caused problems because she didn't know that I paid every month. And I'll never forget, it got to the point I just couldn't take it no more. I could not take it. And I'll never forget, they had an intervention for me. When I walk in, honey, it's like they were going to try to ambush me, honey. All I could know was to do the Holy Spirit to say, just stay silent. And I guess my uncle told me, he said, girl, he said, I'm so proud of you. This was after it was over with. And I'm crying. The tears are rolling down my eyes. And her son are outside. And they're mad that, it didn't go the way they thought it was going to go. And I told my uncle, I said, I got to leave. He said, and he came to me, he said, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. He said, I got you. He said, I want to make sure you're good. And I love my uncle. Don't get me wrong. I love my uncle. But I could not, I think I think I stayed another week, but she just got, I couldn't take her spirit. And it was getting to the first of the month. I paid my uncle on the first. And I was like, I told my son, I said, I can't do it. I said, I can't pay him rent and live here in this. I said, we're just gonna go get a hotel or whatever until God opened the door for us somewhere else. And I waited till my uncle went to work. And I never forget, I started packing up. I started packing up that night, because my stuff was in the garage. And I just started hauling my stuff off, and her and her son is sitting at the table, and I wouldn't say anything. I just was putting my stuff in the car and making my trips to my storage, because I already had a storage, and I was putting more stuff in my storage. And I had a business inside my storage. I had a consignment shop, and I was just putting everything in my storage. And I never forget, on the last end when I put that key, I didn't put it in her hand. I put the key on the table, and I slid it towards her, and I said, I want to thank you for me and Daniel staying here. I say, but we're gone. And so she, tried to act all nice and everything. Now, this she had been wicked witch, and just plain evil. And so, get the book. It's my second or third book is already in there. You're gonna enjoy the story. It's funny, but anyways, she's gonna act like she's all concerned. So where are you going? I said, I'll let you know when I get there. I never did let her know. She found out, but I never did let her know. And I'm like, you look like to me, you'd be happy I'm gone. As evil as you were to get me out of your house. You told it got so bad, she even told my uncle, it's either her or me. And my uncle said, well, she's not going nowhere. I was like, oh no, you're not going to put me in between your marriage. No, I'm gone. I'm out of here. I'm deuces, because you got to go to work and I'm here. And no, and my uncle would purposely stay out late. And I'm like, no, I can't do it. I can't. Thanks for tuning in to Freely Speaking Podcast with your host, Carletha Wells. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking that button so you can get that notification when I post new videos. Don't forget to like,